Right, here we are. I'm not feeling super great today. So if I'm a little bit out of it, that's probably why. But yeah, let's see what happened to York. Last time on Deadly Premonition, we were about to follow a dog. Let's follow dog. It'd probably help if I turn my controller on. Like I said, I'm kind of out of it.
Previously during the investigation.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen.
Thomas, did you see Nick here? No. When I got here, he was already like this.
What are you doing? Get out of the way! I'll do it!
George, stay back. She's trying to speak.
No! It couldn't be! Nick! Oh, please, no!
You got us good this time, Zach.
Let's go see what this doggy wants. Wait, hang on, I'm gonna adjust the volume very minorly real quick. Okay, let's go see what this dog wants. What is going on? Oh crap, Ninja Dog, where'd it go? Okay, well, something's going on in the office. It's one of those damn trees.
Willie, are you out there?
Kaysen, what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kaysen, stand away from the door.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane, to have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now? We've been together before, a couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out. Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here. I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window. Then you showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer. And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art, but he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together, but while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect, but that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room, which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement, which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him. He's feeling responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
Oh yeah, Arnold.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
Damn, he called us York.
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think?
Oh yeah,
We
let's
can
do
go
it.
drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to get some plot.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot, and fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work.
So anyway, that's surely not what you wanted to talk about.
York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Hey, Carol.
Who's
Becky's
Carol
dead.
again? I can't remember.
Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
I'm busy, gotta go.
God, she looks and sounds like Mary Catherine Gallagher. I can't take this seriously. Freebird! Freebird! God, I completely forgot about the Gravedigger until just now. That pianist kind of looks like him a little bit. It's the fucking Gravedigger, isn't it? Yeah, that's great, Carol. Can we like talk about this locket now? Fine. I need to talk to George again or something.
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Zach, Emily is already a goddess
Oh
of the
my
forest.
god.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
York? Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
A chump. Still hear him walking.
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past. Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
That's pretty. What is
I'm
it?
sure she's very proud of you.
Okay, I can't tell if that was supposed to be romantic tension or if that was just like we decided not to animate this scene anymore, because it could have been either.
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
York.
Yes.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
At any rate. You can just take the cop car there, I don't really care. It won't get us there very quick, but it'll get us there.
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open. During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body.
I already
Of course,
heard
she
this.
didn't
He's just repeating himself now. You can do some pretty sick drifting in the rain. So this is the end of episode 2 then?
Zach, let's go over our progress. From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes. Do you remember what that was, Zach? That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are two possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other. Zach, who was the other person in the gallery? That's right, Kaysen.
That's a really good
We
picture.
followed Willie, good dog, all the
Good
way
dog.
to...
He's a good boy.
Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up? That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest. Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
No.
Me too. Asha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer. Remaining leads. There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession, the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow. Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
Uh-oh. Oh, jeez.
Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, and baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did.
Wow, that's amazing.
Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
So it really is like a Dexter Morgan type situation.
I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends. I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things. This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
What was that thing
You
she
saved
did
my
with her
life.
ear just a minute ago?
If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Oh my god.
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely?
Probably.
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember our conversation with Emily? She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
Oh my god, dude. Are you that fucking
If that's
dense?
the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed.
So if Emily bangs York
Well, if
and
it comes to
Zach, is
that,
that technically
let
a
it be a fair
three-way?
fight. Agreed?
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there. Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
Thomas! I don't think he's taking this prison thing very well. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess that's episode 2 done. Don't need to watch that. He lived it. Oh, we're back in the Velvet Room. Hmm. Okay, this is weird. Oh wait, there's a thing. Hey, it's we got a card, I guess. Sure, why not? Is that visible from outside? Wonder if it matters which door you go into. Who the hell are you?
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well then. Off you go, Mr. Walk. Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Oh snap. He was one of those things. Alright. It's that dang tree again.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes. Thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now. It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y. Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course. Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
I'll see you later, Polly.
Oh jeez.
Mr. Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
Alright, anyways, BRB. Okay, that's nice. So they put a little thing on the ground to mark where your room is. That's convenient. Oh. I don't have shotgun shells in here, do I? Oh, I do. Alright, because that's the weapon we're going to be using for most everything from here on out, I think. Almost forgot, we need to shave too. Alright, before we get on with like story stuff, I want to go buy a faster car. Maybe do a race with it. The hell are you doing here, buddy?
Hey, am I still a suspect?
No.
Okay, well, good. My wife and I have been living separately for over 3 years now. Diane, she's a single woman, so this shouldn't be a problem.
That's true.
I feel so bad for Diane, though. Gosh. Did you find out who did it?
I can't discuss that.
Yes, of course. I understand. You don't have to tell any of the folks around town about me and Diane, do you?
No, I won't do that. But it's a small town. I'm sure the rumors have started already. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? What's there to worry about?
Nothing in particular. No, nothing at all. I'm clean as the sheets in this hotel. What's with that look? We don't have a problem, right?
It looks like Kaysen is involved with another woman in town. We can only hope it isn't Emily.
Man, that dude gets around, man. Jeez. He's a player.
York, I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried. George has asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but surely he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're human, and so we are limited. As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent? I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, a serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic. Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic. That's why I'm going to see Harry. You go with George and find Thomas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Great. Thanks.
Why are you walking over there when I see
He's
your
an
other car?
Idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Alright, we are not taking that car. We are coming over here. Got him.
Zach, we've ended up with a third victim. That dive I made at the gallery ended up being a wasted attempt to save a life. It's a real mess, Zach.
Dive. When's the last time I made a dive like that? Oh, I remember. Do you? It was in my late teens. We used to go to those concerts. You and I like punk rock, but we like different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I like the more twisted ones, like The Damned, Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, and Joy Division. We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked, but for some reason, neither of us listened to the Sex Pistols. I wonder why that was. Seems strange thinking about it now.
Hang on, I want to make sure I'm going the right way, because I don't think I am. Yeah, I'm not. Alright, we should be alright. I'll just, next time I can take a left, I just need to take a left, that's all.
Zach, did you want to go somewhere before we visit Harry? That's fine by me.
Oh, do I need to do this mission again? That sucks. Yeah, I had done this mission and then the game crashed and apparently I lost it. I don't care about a medal that much.
This is it. This will save your life someday, son.
You sure know how to exaggerate.
You imbecile. Engine boost is vital for bringing back soldiers out.
Oh, this car is nice. Oh, this is a different one. Okay.
Now, get the car going. My house is over by the lake. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, this car is way faster.
This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold.
Whoa!
Hurry!
That was a
Step
turn.
on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold?
I think I went the wrong way.
Why aren't we there yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? This is not good. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold.
Pot's gonna get cold, man.
Oh, thanks to you, my pot is still warm.
So tell me, Sigourney, just what is in the pot?
You really want to know, don't you?
Yes, very much.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't tell you. The pot has to make that decision, not me.
Okay. Then I need to get to know the pot better first, right?
That's right. In life, you can't skip steps. You have to take one step at a time and take the proper steps. For all actions, there is a reaction. If you ask the pot will answer. It's that simple.
There's truth to what you say.
Yes, the pot is full of truth. If you want to meet the person you are searching for, you have to ask the pot. Listen carefully. The more steps it takes to cook a stew, the better it tastes when it's cooked.
Okay. Well, thanks for the
Oh,
card.
My pot is getting cold again.
Thanks for the card, I guess. Hey! You watch where you're going, buddy.
You know what? There was one band that we both liked. We went all the way to New York to see them play, right, Zach?
It took us hours to get to New York by bus. We got to the CBGB and we were so nervous we couldn't go inside.
It took us 30 minutes to gather enough courage to go inside. And inside, we were shocked. Right, Zach?
I'll never forget that feeling. It was like a blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg Bop. The Ramones. That song still makes me feel good. And that's a sign of a classic. But it's amazing I got in without being asked for ID. Those were the good old days. Rock and roll high school and Chinese rock. Sheena is a punk rocker and surfing bird. And I was so depressed when I heard the news of the deaths. Original punk is one of the greatest gifts left from the 20th century.
Wait, I'm going
Let's
the
hope
wrong
they're
way,
still
I
rocking
think.
on wherever they are.
Well, maybe I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I wasn't. Okay, good.
Uh-huh.
So, Zach, about Emily.
My first impression when we met her on that bridge is slightly different from what I think about her now. Don't you think she's pretty mesmerizing?
And Zach, she seemed interested in you.
Did you make a move on her? No, don't answer. I'm just asking. But if you like her, I won't stand in your way. But I'd like to hear the truth. Because this kind of stuff could affect our friendship, you know. Me? I'm just interested in her, that's all. It isn't love or anything. From what I can tell, she doesn't even seem to like me. It's pretty clear from how she acts when she's around me.
As you know, Zach, I'm cautious with women. It's because I was badly burned in my last relationship.
I really have no idea what women are thinking. That's my problem.
You're pretty friendly with the ladies, aren't you, Zach?
Maybe you should teach me about how to interact with women.
Well, I see the card back there. I just don't know how to get to it. Of course the damn thing's fenced off. Oh well, anyway. Ah, I missed it. I don't want him to start over. Let's now have to figure out how to get back to it. Alright, let's try this again. I turned the wrong way. They faked me out. No. Oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. What did I hit? Hey, we did it. Oh, did winning the race unlock the...
Zach, did you want to go somewhere before we visit Harry? That's fine by me.
Yeah, I'm still not quite sure how I get over there. Alright, let's go advance the plot.
Anyway, Zach, there aren't many young women left in this town.
Even Emily could be targeted next.
You can't rule that out.
All the more reason to catch the Raincoat Killer ASAP. And that means working closely together. We can work out the Emily situation later.
Don't get me wrong, Zach.
I mean, I'm not interested in Emily because she's female or anything. I'm just...
Of course you can't get to it from this side. Like, we're gonna have to run the maze. Very difficult maze. How many cards is that? Oh, that's like 17, so we can do two of the quests for what's his face. But first, plot.
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
Ooh. We're swaying.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside.
They're gonna let me drive that, right? Because that looks like a lot. Oh, okay, you just skip right inside. Neat. Let's save. I feel like that's a good idea right now.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, Mr. Stewart has been waiting for you. To the meeting room you shall go to.
The meeting room is through here. Please be kind. Be sincere.
Uh-huh. Alright, we got another number puzzle. I was just looking around to see if there's anything else. Okay, what were the 3 rooms on the, or what were the 3 numbers on the thing? 3, 5, and 6. Okay, so we probably want to go into 3, 5, and 6. Wait, where? Oh, this leads out into like a courtyard. That's room 3. Wow. Before I go in there, I want to go into room number 1 just to see what it looks like. Oh, anyways, let's advance the plot. Yeah, it crashed. Alright, well, hang on.
Previously.
Oh, this one's unskippable. That's nice. Alright, so we're gonna solve this puzzle again, and then I'm gonna save. And then we'll just keep trying this until it doesn't crash, I guess. Alright, let's go save, and then cross our fingers. Nope, it crashed again. Alright, let me see if I can find a fix online for this crash. A second. Okay, apparently I'm gonna have to play this in windowed, maybe? No, that didn't work either. Ay, ay, ay. Excuse me? Alright, let's restart Steam. Okay, I know the capture's not working. Not really sure how I'm gonna fix that, but let me try something. Okay, we'll just run it as a window capture for now. Okay,
Previously during the investigation.
alright, so right now I'm in windowed mode, because apparently it crashes less in windowed mode. We'll see. Wish me luck. Hey! We did it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, please have some tea while it is hot. Too much coffee for your body will make it rot.
You seem well prepared. Almost as though you knew I would be coming today.
Mr. Stewart is particular about the best timing for all things. Now please, drink some tea and enjoy the good health it brings.
I'm sorry, Harry, but I just don't like tea.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, some tea with sugar is what's best admired by your body that looks so tired. So says Mr. Stewart.
Some really weird looking tea.
Harry, where did you get these seeds?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, those seeds were found in our town in a certain specific place. More seeds are there, you will see, when you find that certain space. Come back to me and we shall talk after you find that certain place. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, so you like to play games?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, a hint for you to find this location. It is most crowded and most quiet, and gives a cold sensation. So says Mr. Stewart.
All right. So you're not going to talk unless I find this certain place. I'll play along. Zach, let the treasure hunt begin. A
Boy.
crowded place, and yet it is very quiet there. Have you figured it out, Zach?
Nope.
It must be the graveyard.
Oh,
There's
okay.
lots of people there, but none of them can speak. You see? So let's get going to the graveyard.
Sure, dude. I feel like I'm going pretty far out of my way here. Like, this road is just not going where I thought it was going to be going. I'm gonna grab some gas real quick. And we're... Whoa, you son of a bitch! Alright, we're here. How about that driving, huh?
I've been waiting for you, Benjamin. I've got a good one for you today. Don't go round spreading this one. I'll tell you another one when I see you again.
I like how he like gives me almost all of the money back in medals. Anyways. Go see if the general's got any more quests for us.
Zach, we're supposed to play along with Harry's little game, remember? I know. I'm with you on that. I don't like being played with either, but we've got 3 victims now, and we need to prevent that number from becoming...
You have potential, soldier. I want you to take a look around J10. I'll need high gear parts. They should be around there somewhere. If you can find them and bring them back to me, I'll be able to increase the top speed of...
Oh, heck yeah, dude. Oh, it's all still broke, too. Sweet. Oh, I can't get back there? Alright, we gotta go the other way then.
This is it. This will save your life someday, son.
What's the story this time?
Speed determines everything on the battlefield, life or death.
You're not going to tell me another story about stomach pains, are you?
Son, I told you already. Don't muck your superiors. It's a very serious story this time. It starts with a question. Why did we lose the battle? We had firepower and the air support in the beginning, but looking at the results of a war of attrition, we learned a lesson. We lacked speed when speed was needed. It was our superiors' fault. We should have carried out a swifter attack. That would have saved more of our soldiers. Although crybaby Timothy was doomed either way.
You really hated that sergeant, didn't you?
Don't talk to me with that tone, boy. Words cannot describe how much I hated him. I was at war with a crybaby. No one has enough lives to survive that. He poisoned us with our own food, washed all our weapons with soap and water, launched a signal flare thinking it was a firework, set off countless traps laid by the enemy. More than half of the unit had to return home sick because of him.
I don't know how much of this to believe.
Believe as much as you like. I'll keep my side of the promise and get to work on your vehicle.
Well, if he hates that sergeant so much, why does he keep talking about him? And would a general really even have direct contact with a sergeant? Questions keep mounting.
I've increased your exhaust and optimized your higher gears. That means you can drive at a faster top speed, but there's still plenty of stuff I can do to make your car go faster. Just come see me again and I'll customize your car a little more.
Let's get this show on the road. Very fast road. Okay, we just follow this road.
Just as Harry said, it's crowded and quiet. Hey, Brian.
Agent. Mr. Agent, how are you?
Not bad. I'm, just playing a little game with Harry.
Game? A game? Oh, is that fun?
We've only just started, Brian. The fun is about to begin. I'd like to ask you something, actually. Is there a tree in the graveyard that drops red seeds?
Seeds. Red seeds? That tree does. And that one. And that one too. All red seeds.
There a Alright, I think we'll go until we hit like a save point. Oh, it didn't die to a shotgun shell? Heck. Oh man. Wow, the density in here is crazy.
Bullseye.
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know? Zach, mission accomplished. Let's get back to Harry's. The reward better be good. But you know, about these seeds, they were right here under my nose. It's as if I was carefully carrying a bottle of water while walking in a pool. We're learning the countryside version of common sense the hard way, Zach.
Of course I can't get out that way. That'd be way too easy. Alright, it's 9 o'clock, so that's gonna be where we call it for the night. Yeah, till next time. See you tomorrow.